In terms of Gemstones, because of the amount of original songs, that must be a fun journey for you. I know you're in a band and you probably have experience doing that, but walk me through a little bit the timeline of when you get the season. A lot of these songs are performed in the show, so the actors have to be aware of them. They have to shoot them. There's a
Yeah.
lot of production involved in that. How early are you on the songs? And just can you talk us through a little bit of the process of that, working with Danny and Jody and figuring out the tone of the songs and when you know like that's the song that we're gonna do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we get scripts pretty early. I've read the first 5 scripts for the new season, and so I know of some of the music moments that they have in the script now. That they change everything. You know, it's always they're always retooling
Yeah.
scripts. But yeah, I get them pretty early. DeVoe Yates, the music supervisor, and I get on the same page. That's we stay in constant touch. And once we see scripts, we sort of outline. Um, where the music moments need to be, and sometimes the musical moments are religious songs that they don't necessarily need to be original, but they do need to be performed on screen. And so DeVoe will look for music that we will maybe try to recreate, but if it's an original song, then I would get information from Danny and some of the other writers like Edie, to get a vibe for what they want out of it. Sometimes that's written into the script, like for Misbehavin' from season 1. That was part of a set design. So we would see like a Misbehavin' album cover in the background of a scene for episode 1 before, like on the pilot. So before we knew that we were really going to create this song.
Wow.
And so they knew that, so the show got picked up for season 1, and they wrote that song into the narrative of the show. But so I kind of knew the name of the song, and I knew that kids were going to sing it. And I kind of knew the background.
Can't change the title. Yeah.
Right. And so sometimes that, like that does inform some of the decisions, and it kind of like, it does open up, avenues for me that I maybe wouldn't, peruse down, where like, if it's like a turn of phrase that I didn't write, but that's the name of the song, then that kind of already informs a certain degree of direction to me. Like for Sassy on Sunday in season 2, it's a similar situation where that was written into the script. So by the time I read the script, I knew I had to write a song called Sassy on Sunday. So they're constantly putting things like that in the scripts. Sometimes we do more than that makes it onto the show. So we have a few things that we recorded and produced last season for season 2 that never made it onto the air. And so
songs.
Yeah, songs.
You're saying.
Yeah, like performed on
Okay.
stage, like performed on camera and written and
Wow.
produced, and yeah, a whole shebang.
And are you doing lyrics too? Like you do from beginning to end the song, or do you work with a team?
It depends. So like there's a Christmas song in season 2 that I did all of those lyrics. Misbehavin' from season 1 was a brainchild with Danny and Edie first, and then they kind of pitched some ideas to me, and then I ran with it. So the three of us kind of created those lyrics. And then with Sassy on Sunday, Jennifer Nettles and I wrote that together. So it kind of depends. There's a few where it's just me, and then there's some where Edie will just send me lyrics. There's a song called Butterflies in season 2 where I think Edie wrote the lyrics, and they're in the script. So by the time I read the script, I knew all of the lyrics to the entire song. And so I just put that to music, and I bounced it back with her, and then, pitched it to Danny, and then it gets approved. And then we have her come in and record some vocals, and then they have that for playback. But I didn't write any of those lyrics. This is purely, stuff that she had written, but then I just put them to music and created melodies and like kind of created an arc with the song. So it always depends. There's not a set formula for these songs yet. And I guess I think that's probably a good thing, because some of these songs are like the Misbehavin' song was written in the 60s. So it has a certain, I think, a certain approach that I think if it were the same approach to all the songs, then I don't know that we would be able to get the same result that we're getting. Like Sassy on Sunday, which is performed by Jennifer Nettles as Amy Lee, she kind of ran with that and really like knocked it out of the park. I had written a few other sketches of that song that we abandoned once she got her teeth into it, like really like embrace it as Amy Lee. And I don't think that that would have been the same if she had been writing for Misbehavin', or if we had had Danny or Edie write lyrics for Sassy on Sunday. So I think we have like the team, I guess, would be those that are performing it on screen, and myself and DeVoe. But it's all kind of different, varies from song to song.